Hi, this is Erin from BlossyB. Welcome to my channel. The plan for this video is to answer a question I've been asked to see if we can use rub-on transfers on Huon pine timber. So let's recap my previous video. I went down to the Margate Train, I went to Southern Timbers, I chose some Huon pine, I cut a piece to the correct size, printed out a gorgeous wombat picture, used Mod Podge, put it on, aged it, there we go. And the thing is, I've got that leftover little piece of Huon pine that I trimmed down, and I've also, as I said, had this question, can we use rub-on transfers? And I thought to myself, I bought some rub-on transfers from Stamperia a little while ago and I've never used them. So, of course, it was the perfect time to go and get them all out and go through them. And look how pretty they are. So, rub-on transfers are really incredibly vivid and they have a special film on them. And when you take that film off, you pop it up against a clean and dry surface, and then you just need to rub over the part that you want, and then you peel off the backing or the covering. Actually, you're doing everything face down the normal way, and then you've got these amazing images that have been transferred. And so we're going to use this design today, and this one is, I think, called Fortune. I'm not quite sure, I'll double check. And it is all sort of potions and brews and a little bit mystical and magical, and I just thought it would look so pretty. So I'll open it up and then I'll start cutting up the main sheet into pieces so we can start looking at the placement and how we're going to turn this just little tiny end cut of a piece of Huon pine into a gorgeous little piece of art. Just while I'm showing you the cutting out and starting to do the placements, I just wanted to thank all of my amazing subscribers. I am very close to having 700, and I remember like it was yesterday when I had one. So I'm so grateful to you all. I just can't believe that people join me with my crafting from all around the world and share their thoughts and feedback and everything with me, and it just means so much to me, especially over the last month or two when I've been sort of struggling with having different surgeries and recovering from them and trying to come to terms with limited mobility and things like that. So the fact that you were all there was just incredible. Anyway, so here we go, placing our first little piece. So you saw me peel off the film from the backing, and then you lay that down on your surface. Now you can rub it with your finger, or you can use an object to go over it. So I'm just using a paddle pop stick very softly here. I don't think I really needed that much pressure. I think these Stamperia rub-on transfers are such good quality and they do adhere really quickly. I just wanted to be double sure. And then you just gently peel that film back and ta-da! You have your beautiful image transferred. And that's basically it. They are just such an amazing thing. Now this one, as I was getting ready to place it down, I actually damaged part of it. So I had to come up with a cunning plan to hide that damage. So I decided to put just a little bit of another part of a transfer onto the side. And then I'm going to put that little damaged piece over the top because I really wanted to use this little bottle. I think it's just gorgeous. And this might answer a question that some of you are wondering, and that is, can you actually layer these? And the answer is yes, you can. You need to be very careful because you are going to be applying the film on top of an already transferred piece. But yes, you definitely can do it. And when I'm close to the live edge of this piece of Huon pine, that's the bark down the side. I don't care if it goes over, but I'm just going to use my nail. You probably should use a tool. And I'm just going to scrape off the little overhang there so that the raw Huon pine is where it's adhered to and the rough edge is free from that. And so here's that gorgeous little bottle I was telling you about. It's so pretty. And now it looks fine. It doesn't look as if operator error ruined it. And so I've decided that the bottom of the piece of timber is going to be like the shelf that the little bottles are sitting on, and so I'll go ahead and just fill that bottom area up with these beautiful jars and bottles. I also knew I wanted to have some visual interest on the edges, and so I'm using this circular piece that was left over from the previous trimming as just that top area, and I just love these. They're sort of like a dream catcher, but not quite, bit almost spiderwebby as well, but just so beautiful. And I love how that gorgeous honey colour of this beautiful Huon pine shows through. And if you watched my previous video, I did tell you a lot about the Huon pine, and this piece of timber that I'm working on here, it could be thousands of years old, and the tree is so slow growing. It grows about 1 millimetre in girth only in a year, and a mature tree is, you know, a couple of thousand years old. So this tree was certainly not chopped down to be milled. This tree would have been a fallen or a reclaimed piece of timber. It could have also been a piece that has been underwater for a while, and it has been we have permits for people to take them, and Southern Timbers, where I purchased this Huon pine from, are one of those groups that can do that. So, you know, it's quite a privilege working with this timber. It's hard to get your head around that you could be working with something that's several thousand years old, and it's, yeah, just so beautiful. And this could have just been, you know, a thin little branch. I'll never know, but isn't it beautiful? Very lucky to have it. And the smell is divine. So I'm trying to use up all of the sheet, apart from just a couple of the words. I'm not a huge fan of having text on art, but I'm, you know, just getting every little piece I can and adding it to it. And then when I'm happy with all of that, I'm going to use this gilding wax. Now, my hope here is that I'm going to be able to add just the tiniest little, like seriously tiny, little piece of sparkle to a couple of the little areas on here. So this is a product, it's called Rub and Buff Gold Leaf, and it's a wax metallic finish, and you are meant to be able to, you know, just pop it on with your finger. Been there, done that, didn't like it, using a tissue. I just find it sort of goes everywhere. So I'm just being fairly gentle and just doing little dabs here and there. And as I said, I don't want to have the whole thing gold and sparkling. I want it to look really quite natural and earthy, and yeah, just that sort of mystical, witchy, herby vibe, but with a teeny touch of little sparkle. Once I've buffed off the excess and I'm happy with that, I'm going to go ahead and use the Buon Nicole Sealer Wax. Now, this is definitely also made for wood. I don't know if you know that. I'll show you the label shortly. but I'm just giving it a beautiful, generous coating of this beeswax, and it is just, look, it's not doing it justice. This timber is already beautiful and honey coloured, and the wax just adds this glow to it, and it feels so silky smooth. So once I'm happy with that, I let it settle in for a little minute, and then I'm going to buff it off with a soft cloth, and then it's ready to go. That will seal it. And if you want to pause the screen here, you will see what I'm saying about it being able to be used for wood. So the answer to the question, can you use rub-on transfers on timber? Absolutely. And I'm very grateful for you joining me, and here are some final images of this beautiful little piece with the Alchemy rub-on transfers from Stamperia. See you in the next video. Bye for now.